Dodger Stadium is packed for Game 2 of the NLDS here today. Welcome on in, FG fam. Gather around, get your popcorn, and get ready because the NLDS is back. Rockies at Dodgers, the big, bitter division rivalry. This is going to be crazy, folks. Here are your starting lineups for today. Tim Anderson, Chris Bryant, Pete Alonso, Salvador Perez, CJ Cron, JD Martinez, Sam Hilliard, Ryan McMahon, and Garrett Hampson for our Rockies. They won 4-3 in game number 1 and hold a 1-0 series lead in this NLDS. Today they will be going up against Julio Urias, who has an 11-9 record on his regular season, a 2.85 ERA and just a 1.02 whip. Not too bad from Mr. Urias. Up against Tim Anderson. He will lead off with a hit, 2 out to right field. That one is going to be caught. Lazy fly ball, easy first out of the ball game. So a good start for the Dodgers and Urias. Here's Chris Bryant. He laces one out to left field. This one is going back, and that's going to go off the wall. Right off the MLB the Show sign, and he's got himself a one-out double. So the second man at the plate gets a double. Here's Pete Alonso. This is a chopper down to short. That's going to be thrown on to first for out number 2. No advancement from Chris Bryant, so he remains at second base with 2 away for Salvi Perez. And he's going to get one over to shortstop as well. A little mishandle on that one and thrown on to first. Salvi's safe. And we got runners on the corners with an E6. Here's CJ Cron. Can he do something? This one's lifted to right field and into the corner. It is caught. And that gets through the top half of the first inning on the Mookie Betts catch. We take a look at our starter for this game number 2. It is Austin Gomber, a 3.54 ERA, 1.34 whip. So a mediocre season for him. 15-7 record, though. So he has had the run support. We'll see if he gets that today. Mookie Betts goes down swinging, slider on the inside lower part of the plate. 85 miles an hour for out number 1. Here's Gene Segura with a 200 average in these playoffs. Over to Hampson. Hampson on to first for out number 2. So 2 down early for Freddie Freeman, who's been the Dodgers' most dangerous hitter. He goes down swinging on the slider away. We are through the first inning. Still scoreless. We'll see what we get in inning number 2 as Colorado will lead this one off with JD Martinez here in the top of the second. This one is blooped out to right field and able to come in and make the catch. Nice range out there for Mookie Betts. That is out number 1. Urias 19 pitches in. Here's Sam Hilliard. Hilliard's going to pull this thing out to right field, and it is tracking all the way back, and it is in the seats. Goodbye, baby. Here at Dodger Stadium, it is Sam Hilliard who strikes first in game number 2, and it is a solo shot out to right field. Rockies will take the early lead, and those early leads have worked out well for them. We'll see if that can continue here in game 2. So with a 1-0 lead, it's Ryan McMahon. He's going to chop one down to second base. Nice little charge and toss to Freddie Freeman for out number 2. That brings up Garrett Hampson. Hampson down in between third and short. That'll be third base running over to get it on to Freddie Freeman. We go to the bottom of the second with Will Smith leading it off for the Dodgers. Over to Pete Alonso, who will step on the bag. That's out number 1. Cody Bellinger still hitless in the series, and he will strike out on the slider away as well. That's gotten both Freddie Freeman and Cody Bellinger. Here's Nick Solak. And he goes down on the high inside heat. Goodbye. And that will end the second inning. It is a 1-0 lead for Colorado. The Dodgers are being no-hit at the moment. Don't tell anybody. Here's Tim Anderson up at the plate to lead off the top of the third, and that one's a lazy little bloop right over to shortstop for out number 1. Here's Chris Bryant up the plate, 1 for 1 today, but that one he's jammed on, and that is going to be caught on the infield fly. Freddie Freeman, nice little range, making a play there for a first baseman. Pete Alonso comes up and he smacks this thing out to right center field, and that thing is also gone. 2 solo shots already from this Rockies team. That's Pete Alonso's second of the playoffs, over 430 feet, an absolute blast. And that is going to extend this Rocky lead to 2-0. After winning game number 1 by just 1 run, they're up 2 already early on. Here's Salvi Perez with 2 away, and another little misplay here in the field, and Salvi's going to make it to first. He's going to go to second, as that one can't be made by Freddie Freeman. So Salvi Perez gets himself onto second base, a single and an E4. So C.J. Crone comes up to the plate. Crone down the third baseline, and that should easily be thrown on to first for out number 3, and it is. We're through the middle of the third, and a Pete Alonso blast has this game at 2-0. Here's Edwin Rios up at the plate, and he is going to hit a lazy bloop fly over to Tim Anderson for out number 1 of the bottom of this third. Austin Gomber pitching a gem at the moment. Yorbeat Vivas goes down looking at the high inside heat. Unbelievable. A 5th strikeout for Gomber. He's playing really well. Here's Jacob Amaya, and he sends this thing out to left field, off the seats and into the bullpen. Literally the last person on this planet in this Dodger lineup you would think would rope one is Jacob Amaya, and he hits his first home run of the playoffs, and that is going to get the Dodgers within 1, a 2-1 ball game. Win expectancy for the Rockies goes down, but here's Mookie Betts getting jammed on a pitch, and Austin Gomber going to be able to make that play and end the third inning. So we are through 3, and we've got our first commercial break. It's a 2-1 game. Dodgers 1 hit gets them on the board. We'll be back. And into the top of the 4th we go. J.D. Martinez on the high heat. He actually gets a nice piece of this, but he doesn't get it all, and that'll be a fly out to center field. Out number 1 was J.D. Martinez, and that is going to go ahead and bring up Sam Hilliard, the man who homered before, laces one out to center, and that'll be a line out for out number 2. So Urias almost 60 pitches in here. Ryan McMahon up at the plate, and he goes down swinging on the away pitch. So we're through the middle of the 4th, a 1-2-3 inning for Julio Urias. And we are ready to see what the Dodgers can do. It'll be Gene Segura to lead it off, and he barely gets this one back to the Austin Gomber, who gets it over to first really quickly for out number 1. Here's Freddie Freeman at the plate on a 2-2 pitch. This is lazily grounded over. Tim Anderson's going to make this play, and a nice throw to get the out. Here's Will Smith up at the plate now. And Will Smith's going to send this one out to center field, but Sam Hilliard able to range over and make the play. We're through 4 at Dodger Stadium. Still a 2-1 ball game. This series has been exciting so far, and we don't expect it to stop. Here is Garrett Hampson. He's going to get a leadoff single into left field. Gets that one past shortstop, so there we go. The fastest runner in the game is on first base, and this one is laced out to left, and that's going to hit the top of the wall and go over. It's Tim Anderson hitting his first home run of the playoffs. 396 feet. It's a 2-run shot thanks to Garrett Hampson getting on. And that's going to extend this Rockies lead out to 4-1. Remember, they won game 1 4-3. 4 could be enough. Here's a hit out to left field and not going to make the glove on it. That is a single. Not willing to take second base there, Chris Bryant. So that is going to be it for Julio Urias. They're going to bring in Chris Bassett. 5-7 with a 124 whip and a 351 ERA. It's pretty nice to have a real starting pitcher in your bullpen. That one's a little wild. And then Will Smith just throws it into right field. So Chris Bryant's going to go not only to second, but over to third base. Chris Bryant steals 2 bags on the throwaway. And here's Pete Alonso, and this one is jammed and down the third baseline. The wind is toying with it, and that'll be out number 1 on the 3-2 pitch. So Chris Bassett trying to not give up a run here. Salvi Perez down the third baseline. He's going to get thrown out, but he's going to drive Chris Bryant in the process. It's 5-1. Here's C.J. Crone. He gets jammed a little bit as well, and that one is going to be down at first base. And Freddie Freeman will make the grab, but it's a 5-1 Rocky lead. We'll see if it's enough. Here's Cody Bellinger, 0 for 1 on the day. This one over to McMahon on the shift, and McMahon's going to throw it on to first base for out number 1. 64 pitches in. Gomber pitching a really nice game. This one's out to J.D. Martinez from Solak, and that's out number 2. Here's Edwin Rios at the plate, and he will strike out. This one thrown on to first base to confirm the out, and we are through 5. A 1-2-3 inning again for Austin Gomber. Here's J.D. Martinez at the plate up against Chris Bassett. Another jam on a low pitch, and wow, these Dodger players are really being rangy out in the outfield. Here's Sam Hilliard. He hit a home run earlier, but this one he barely gets a bat on, and he will be out number 2 of the top of the 6th inning. Bassett 23 pitches in already, and he's going to hit Ryan McMahon. He puts him on first base for Garrett Hampson, who was going to hit this one over to second base, and this is a double play ball, but they don't need 2 outs. We're through the middle of the 6th inning. Dodgers up to bat now. It is Yorbit Vivas, and he hits this one over to Hampson on a ground ball. Easy play for out number 1. Gomber, 75 pitches in now here. Here's Jacob Amaya. He hit the home run. The solo hit thus far in this game, and that one is an out to J.D. Martinez in left field. Mookie Betts up at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He jams one really far out to left field. J.D. Martinez makes another play. We are through 6 at Dodger Stadium. These 2 games on the road going well. We'll be back. Tim Anderson will lead it off here in the top of the 7th inning. He's 1 for 3 today with that 2-run shot. And this one is headed out there into the alleyway. It is going to drop, but it's only a single. It doesn't get past Cody Bellinger. Nice job keeping that one down. Here's Chris Bryant. He hits it out to the same spot. And Bellinger's actually going to get there and make the play. That's a little surprising, but that's out number 1. Here's Pete Alonso. He gives one a ride, but he did not get the full bat on the ball there, so that is out number 2 as a fly ball to center field. So Chris Bassett doing a pretty good job trying to keep the runs down here. Salvador Perez is going to swing through a slider right up the middle, and Bassett gets the job done in the 7th. We'll see the Dodgers bat in just a moment. All right, Dodgers up here. Let's see. They're running out of time. It's Gene Segura at the plate, 0 for 2 today. And he is going to ground it over to Garrett Hampson. That is out number 1. Gomber still going strong here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Freddie Freeman with a base hit. That is actually the first base hit by the Dodgers today. They got a home run earlier, and that is going to be it for Gomber. John Curtis coming into the game. He was the best reliever on this team, other than, of course, Edwin Diaz, who was the closer. But he did not have a very good game number 1. Here he gets a fly ball out to center field. That's Sam Hilliard making the play. Out number 2. And the retreat over to first base for Freddie Freeman. Here's Cody Bellinger, and he takes ball 4. That one was very close. Could have gone either way. Blue draws the walk there, so Nick Solak coming up to the plate, and Solak laces one out to left. Could get over to Martinez's head. He doesn't let it. What a grab out in left field. And that will end the 7th inning. So Daniel Hudson going to come in to pitch now for the Dodgers. He was 3-3 on the regular season, 3.38 ERA, 157 whip, which isn't terrific, but this will be his first appearance this postseason. He is up against C.J. Cron, and Cron gets a nice little piece of that, but that's a deep fly ball out to left field. Doesn't quite make the warning track, and it's out number 1 in the top of this 8th inning. Here's J.D. Martinez at the plate now, and he just could not get good wood on that one. And that is going to be easily caught by Will Smith right around the plate for out number 2. Here's Sam Hilliard up at the plate now. He gives this one a ride out to right field. And that one is caught at the warning track. Hilliard almost puts a 2-home run bid in, but not quite. Still a 5-1 ball game. Bottom of the order for the Dodgers. And Curtis gets a strikeout of Edwin Rios to start off the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Yorbit Vivas, and he's going to take the same slider that was just used as a strikeout. He's going to take that for ball number 4. Here's Jacob Amaya up at the plate. This one shallow right field. Chris Bryant moves in and makes the grab. So a retreat back to first base. We got Mookie Betts up at the plate now, and he takes ball number 4. Curtis, a little wishy-washy here on these pitches, so they're going to bring in Alex Reyes. Now, Reyes in the regular season, he had a .537 ERA with a 170 whip. Not exactly great. This will be his first postseason appearance, and this one is in foul territory for Pete Alonso to make the grab, and that'll end the 8th inning. That's all Reyes had to do. So Pete Alonso making that grab. We're going to the 9th inning, folks. It's 5-1. We'll be right back. Unbelievable. The Dodgers held to 2 hits thus far, but Jimmy Nelson is going to have to hold down the Rockies here. He's already pitched in game number 1. It didn't go super well for him. We'll see what he does here in the top of the 9th. Ryan McMahon swinging through, but the pass ball and the throw on to first to confirm out number 1 of the top of the 9th inning. Here's Garrett Hampson. 1 for 3 on the day. This one chopped up the middle. Nice play and a nice throw for out number 2. 3-2 pitch to Tim Anderson. He gets a piece of the bat on this one, but it's floated out to center field for out number 3. We are going to the bottom half, and it is going to have to be the Rockies holding it down. Here's Reyes. That one called ball number 4. That one just a little bit outside. Freddie Freeman will take his base. Here's Will Smith. That one's in there for strike 3. Will Smith goes down looking. Here's Cody Bellinger, and he hits this one out to left field. Martinez over to the wall, and he reaches over the wall to make the out, number 2. Nice little tag up there, so Dodgers got a runner in scoring position for Nick Solak, who goes down swinging. Alex Reyes will get the job done. 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the 9th by Alex Reyes to close this thing down. It is a 5-1 win for the Colorado Rockies. No Edwin Diaz sighting. Austin Gomber gets the win. He goes 6 1/3, only allowed 2 hits and 1 home run. 6 strikeouts for Gomber. They give Alex Reyes the save there, pitching his couple of innings that he got in. Julio Urias has to take a loss. 7 hits, 5 earned runs for Urias, unfortunately. Anderson, 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. That's what we want to see from him. He's bringing that playoff average up. It's been Chris Bryant who's been leading the way, though. 429 this postseason. Everybody else a little wishy-washy. Gomber pitched a gem. We could not expect any more than that from Gomber. It was an amazing game by him. Absolutely appreciated what he was able to do. We slammed Urias. That's what you got to do to beat the Dodgers. Let me know how you felt about today's game. Any predictions for game number 3, because that's the next one. Kaz Craig Gaming, Rigoberto Ramirez, Raider Bear Comics, Christian Horn, Derek Vance, TNJ, and V-Dub Productions. Thank you guys for being channel members, and very, very special thank you to T-Clink24 for being the only franchise quarterback. I love you guys, and I'll see you in game number 3. Later.